Go. I'm going to try and get through the 2-year-olds. I was listening to Ollie's baseball game. They won both their games, by the way.
Oh, the team.
Ollie never got out once today. Not one time. It's really hard to believe. It's a heck of a game from him. The 2-year-olds. I want to get through the 2-year-olds. I want to talk about all of them. I don't know. It's going to take about 17 minutes to get to the restaurant. So let's see if I can get it done in 17 minutes. AC/DC, a lot of people saying, I had a couple of people message me saying, can you expand on what you said? Can you expand on what you said? Can you expand on... Same email for a few horses. There wasn't a whole lot more or less to say. AC/DC is doing his work fine. I need him to do more of it. He's not sore. He's not lame. He's not running in. He's not getting out of gear. A little rickety at times, but I think that's just him working through his gait. He just needs to do more of it, right? We're getting to a point now where you're going to soon be in qualifying stage where at May 17th, in 1 month, a number of these horses will have already qualified. That's just the reality of it. And we just need to see a few more of them do it. If they're going to be, we all want our horses to be stake horses, but if they're going to be stake horses, well, simply need to do more work. And that is where we're at with AC/DC. And listen, it doesn't really matter whether you get to the qualifiers, you're like, he's just not quite good enough to be a stake horse, or having a horse that is good enough to be a stake horse and having him race against a lot of better stake horses. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of variables that go into where the horses are and a lot of hopes that go into where we'd like them to be. But we just have to put the work in and let them be what they are. And AC/DC, I'm sure, will be fine, but he just needs to do a little more work over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Aunt Sarah is doing plenty of work. Hang-O-One? How do you know Hang-O-One?
He's my best friend.
He's your best friend?
Yes.
Thought I was your best friend.
Yeah, you are.
Hang-O-One is good. He's got a sore foot, though. His foot's bugging him. But we're working on it. Aunt Sarah was good and has been good, I think, another 3 weeks before we really drop the hammer on Aunt Sarah. You know, as we have quietly, especially when it comes to the next generation, we have quietly a list. Right now, it's a short list for highest honors. He is the colt, right? And went good the other day. I told you guys we just need to continue to work. He'll be fine. On the Philly side, obviously, you know it's going to be a dose of Della Donza. A number of people messaged me, Anthony, why don't you try Screen? Why don't you try the Shady Daisy with the big shadow roll? I'm putting nothing more on her face just yet. I hate putting all that stuff in their face because when they do see something, and if they want to see it bad enough, they're going to see it. When they do see something, then it's a mess. Then they make a nasty, dirty break, and it's really messy. Somebody say, well, they can't see it with if they want to see something, they're going to see it. Don't worry. Her head was maybe a couple of holes too low. Maybe we could put a little bigger shadow roll on her, but I'm not doing a bunch of crazy stuff. And I know everybody's worried she's going to cause mayhem. This is not the first Dancing Yankee we've ever had, right? Old Fancy did the exact same thing all the time, training down. Turned into be a nice filly and didn't even need a shadow roll to race. Now, I wouldn't wager this filly's not going to need a shadow roll. I think she will. She's somewhere between I'm Fancy Like and Born to Dance. The two Dancing Yankees that both saw everything. Just one decided it wasn't that big a deal, and the other one, probably to this day, jumps over stuff. So just relax. I'm not rushing out to do anything with them. Not wearing big screens on them just yet. If they need them near qualifying time, then we'll put them on. But I'm not too worried about it right yet. As I said to you the other day, this filly's fine when you put her on a shoulder, on a helmet, right? Now, of course, you're caught first over on the front end. Then, okay, we can address that as we get closer to the qualifiers. But for right now, just let her do her work. So, how did I get all the way to Diosa Della Donza from Aunt Sarah? Aunt Sarah, we will drop the hammer on soon. She is and has continued to be a very good filly in this barn. Just timing. Just gotta, as we get close, we have the trotting fillies and the trotting colts of Ohio. Those lists, they're certainly not set in stone. Uncle Danny continues to creep away from everybody as of right now on the colt side. But Emerald Tom, I told you, just relax. For everybody out there saying, oh, Emerald Tom, what are we going to do with Emerald Tom? How come he's not just relax. They're 2-year-olds. We're going to get them squared away. At the end of the day, Emerald Tom looked great the other day also, right? And I'm not surprised in the least. We'll continue to work with the horses and get them polished up. But Uncle Danny is creeping away from everybody on the colt side. On the filly side, sure, things can happen. You saw Tomboy Strong make a break the other day. Never runs. Somebody said, well, that's 2 in the last month. Well, I guess we'll just get rid of her then, I guess.
No.
Good call. That was sarcasm. She'll be fine. You just have to continue to work with the horses. So Aunt Sarah's on that list too. I just don't think she's quite ready for us to really drop the hammer. It's May 17th. We don't have to. We have literally 6 weeks before that next generation race around-ish, which means we have a solid 4 weeks of work to put into her. One qualifier, one race, and then off to the next generation. She's always been in the mix and in the hunt, and she will continue to be straight through to when we start our summer racing. Blue Rare was great this morning. I went with her. Continue to work with her and work with her. She's sound. She's feeling good. Told you guys, when especially the bigger horses, when they miss a couple of weeks of hard work, you really see it on the bottom end of these horses. Capistrano Nights look good. I've been very, very happy with her training mile the other day. She made a little break at the gate. Amy wasn't really sure why. I'm not, again, just more work. She'll see the gate again. We'll have that gate out for a few of these horses. That it was very few of them where you said, oh, this horse did that. Like Capistrano Nights really didn't do anything wrong, but did make a break at the gate. We'll have her out on the gate. We'll have Go Strong Hanover go slow mile off the car. I thought we'd have Hanger there, but we're not going to have Hanger there for this week. Hopefully the next week. Just taking time. It's a pesky little foot problem, but it's nothing long term that's gonna really come back to bite him or be a problem. He'll be fine. We just need to work it all out. I jumped over Bianco Spiaggio. Now Bianco leg is, it's Italian. The leg is fine now. Just continue to swim him, get it to cool down real good, start jogging him, and start him back up. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Again, long term, not a problem. Captain Doolittle was good the other day. Continues to get quietly better and better and better. Keeping my eye on this horse. He may be the dark horse of 2025. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Cherry's Girl was great again in her schooler. She was fantastic. The filly, this is what we wanted to see from her, and I want to see it more with Don't Ask Again over the next 4 weeks, and I'm hoping to. She's creeping forward much slower than Cherry's Girl. She's gobbling up ground now. Looks great. Really looks like a stake filly to me. I'm not saying sire stake filly, but she looks like a stake filly to me as we start to get closer to the summer. Degas looked great too. Go back and watch the video. I had to, and then Amy did again. Beautiful gait. Really, really finishing up well. Happy with what I've seen from her. Diosa Della Danza, we talked a bit about her a few minutes ago. She'll be fine. Don't Ask Again. Just talked about her. Also, Dune is looking great now. I want to talk with everybody quickly about Dune and all my partners. If she can race at Mohawk, she's going to stay there for a little bit. I don't care about the little fair races. Somebody said, well, they go for 10,000. No, they go for 10,000 divided by divisions. Somebody else said there's 17 horses. I was told there's 36 pacing fillies out there. Maybe I'm wrong. We have to look into it. But I don't have a whole lot of interest in trucking all the way over to Michigan to race in a little fair track for $4,000 or $5,000 American when she can be racing for much more and doing much better in other places. Now, that's not to say we're going to miss the futurity races they have there or the eliminations and finals. Absolutely, she's going to be in Michigan. I just want to make sure we have her in the right place at the right time. It never dawned on me that she would be a filly good enough to race at Mohawk, and if it turns out she is, then I have no problem racing her there or the Meadows or Northfield for more money until we race for better money in Michigan. And those early races have no bearing on points or positions in the other races. So that's where we're at with Dune. She's going to tell us where she's going to race very, very soon. Emerald Tom, I just told you he was great the other day. Looked very, very good. I know you guys don't like to see your horses make breaks, but right now is when we want to see the breaks, right? We're not racing for any money right now. We want to see the breaks, the mistakes, the weaknesses, the shortcomings now, so we can fix them now. And that's the whole point of training the horses like this. Go Strong Hanover just had him castrated, a tiny little temperature yesterday. He was fine today, but we didn't train him. I'll go a very slow mile, like 45 of them on Monday, put him behind the gate and go mile 15 or 18 with him on Wednesday. I think he'll be just fine. Had to know, yes, he was lame the other day. Those quarter cracks are painful, but it's about a 5-day process. We got to see the gate with him. We went back to the barn. I jogged him yesterday. He was fine. I heard no rumblings that there was any issues with Had to Know today. So by Monday, I'm hopeful he'll be fine. By Wednesday, another horse we'll definitely put on the gate. Hanger 1, talked about it with Addie a minute ago. Left foot was a mess. And this is all cosmetic. This is all outside. This would be like breaking a piece out of your fingernail. Yes, it's painful. Difference is the horses' hooves can grow down where you can manage them quite a bit quicker than our fingertips can. He'll be fine. It's just a time thing. That's all it is. He's a fearless Peter. It was good the other day. I think Jason just got him out in the middle of the track and then checked him and he made a break. I'll put him behind the gate again, but I need to put his nose on the gate and work the horse. He'll be fine this week. Highest Honors was great. Little firm in the face coming off the cart. There's nothing wrong with that. We can work with that. It's better than not being able to leave, but man, he can scoot off the car. Whatever kind of horse he becomes, he's going to be the useful kind. I can tell you that right now. In New York, his knees were bothering him a little bit after, which isn't surprising. I was shocked that we didn't see more of this, actually. We actually did x-ray a couple of knees just to make sure there was no issues. Mike said, no, just a little swelling. Cool it out Friday, blister it Saturday, continue on. Maybe not try and go fast with him next week if you can. We don't have to. I was thinking of sending him to Kentucky, but that was only if he was perfect afterwards, and he was not. He was fine today, but he was not perfect the other day, so he'll miss whatever, Kentucky Fair. Jailbird Jog was awesome. Somebody said, I didn't want to see her make a break. That break was a combination of Justin and myself. Very little of that break lies on the shoulders of Jailbird Jog. She was coming wide open. Justin came out a little bit, and I had to check her. She hit the wheel and made a break. Her left hind foot hit the left hind wheel, and she made a break. That was not her fault. Remember, she's never felt her hoof hit anything going fast before, not in a jog cart. This was a race bike. If I had had her out a little bit wider and Justin hadn't come out when he did, she likely wouldn't have hit that wheel. And I can assure you, as much as I love Uncle Danny, she was going to inhale Uncle Danny. I was going to have to keep her pretty bottled up again going through the wire. A very, very fast filly in Jailbird Jog. Joe J. Fotag actually looked good, rolled off for no reason. You got to have a little more intelligence on the track. She rolled off for no reason at all, but showed some speed. I was happy to see that. So we'll see how she goes there. She's another one. We'll see the gate again on Wednesday. Jolene Hall, that was Eric, and he admitted to it, which, he's a big man. He took the brunt of it. No, Eric Padlin that works for us.
Man.
Yeah, Eric, he just said, she got to turn, run in, made a little break. I wasn't ready for that. And I should have told him, because I knew she'd do that. In fact, I think I said it in a video the other day. You just can't let her get to the turn and run in. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to that restaurant. I'm going to one over here. At the end of the day, that was not her fault, and she'll go again behind the gate again on Wednesday. Judy's Money was great. I love seeing that from Judy's Money. She looked really, really good. Yes, she went by Megan. Justin said she was safe. Left line a little too much. We can take some of the gear off the inside of Megan. She's going to trot the turns fine. We'll take all the gear off her if she wants. But I was happy to see her do her work well. Leland Hanover, I trained him this morning again, and he was absolutely fantastic. Now, I didn't want to push anybody too hard today, but Leland did make a break the other day. So I went a mile in 2:30, but I come 31 seconds flat in the jog cart with a bow in his neck, and there was no indications to me that there was any issues with Leland Hanover today. Lifting Legend is training good in Ontario, I've been told. Love Sensation. I was thinking hobbles. If she made the break twice, you got to get the hobbles. There's no need for hobbles. We're going to that Hooley's bar because a bunch of the kids from the team wanted to go there. Is that fair? Is that okay? Or did you want to go somewhere else? You sure? We just couldn't accommodate a ton of people unless it was a bigger place, right? This place is good though, no?
I haven't been.
Yeah, at the bar right there, the restaurant.
I've never been there.
At Christmas time, when we went there, you're telling me you've never been to that little restaurant right there? Hooley? Oh, it's very good. Order the cheese curds to start. They're fantastic. Love Sensation. So I said 33 seconds with another horse that made a break on the end of it. Whoa. Is this not a four-way stop? I don't think it is. My bad. Oh, yes, it is. Gentleman right there. We're right through an old red light. So, yeah, 33 seconds on the end of it, and she was very strong. Very strong. I was very happy with her. I haven't gone with her very much, to be honest. Love Sensation's always been pretty strong. The only thing I noticed, and I won't get you too upset or worried about it because Gorgeous Package did the same thing at 2. You can hear her kind of nasally finishing up the mile like she was making a noise, and I heard this a couple of weeks ago. We actually scoped her right after her training, and Dr. Latessa said there's nothing wrong with her breathing. I said, you don't see anything at all? He said, Anthony, there is nothing to even speak about. He said, there's no mucus. He said, actually, for a 2-year-old, it was a pretty good scope, really. There was no redness. There was no inflammation of any kind. Certainly no blood or mucus to talk about in regards to, especially when you factor in when you put in the fact that she's a baby. He said that was actually a very good scope. So I was a little surprised, but you can hear it, right? Just it feels like she's just working a little harder than you'd like her to work with her airway. No rattle, no deep noise or roar. It's definitely nasally. It's not in her throat. And I don't know. I was a little surprised, but Gorgeous Package does the exact same thing. So I guess after seeing that it doesn't bother Gorgeous Package, I'm less worried about it bothering Love Sensation. I think we might investigate it a little bit more. I'd like to know why I hear that, why there seems to be that, I want to use the right word here, and yet I won't. I don't know. She just feels like she's working a little harder than she should in her airway, in her nasal passage. I guess that's the best way to put it. But again, before you get concerned, I'm almost positive it's in her nasal passage, not in her throat or her airway, which may cause some concerns. Where were we at here? Love Sensation, Megan's Lucky Day. I talked about her. She was good. We just need to maybe start taking some of the gear off of Megan's Lucky Day and see if she can continue to advance little by little, step by step. We'll get her trimmed down as far as equipment goes. A lot of people at this mall tonight, eh? Wow, it's packed. Yeah, but still, it's a mall. I guess it is what it is. Where are we at next, Megan? Millie Girl was great. I watched her train today. I wanted to watch her train today because we took the flip-flops off her and put a full suede shoe on her. So I wanted to make sure that that she was negotiating the track well in her new footwear. My name is Swaney. Just jogged today. Just gonna go easy. Every so often we'll miss a training day with her, but she was great the other day. Jogging, looked great training. Very, very happy. Hi, honey. Very, very happy with my name is Swaney. Neuromancer. We didn't train him today. I am going to castrate him first part of the week. So he just jogged today. Perfection Hanover was good. I watched him go. Really happy with him. Perfect Thought. A lot of people saying, Anthony, you said she was a little off in the bath rack. Everything okay with her? Yep. It didn't take us long to get to the bottom of it. We x-rayed her everywhere, looked at her everywhere, took her shoes off, put them back on. I jogged her on Friday morning. She was fine. But the fact that she wore that Murphy blind on the... Yeah? Oh, that's from the baseball tournament. The fact that she wore that Murphy blind on the right side virtually her whole life, so that means she was biting that left line for something for a while. But as I said to Amy, lameness, I say to you all the time, never stays the same. Gets worse or better. Saw a little bit of it the other day with her under x-ray. 3 of her 4 ankles showed a little bit of roughness in the sesamoids. Not uncommon, but easily manageable. Very, very happy with what Dr. Latessa had to say with her. No training today, no training on Wednesday, maybe light training next weekend. I bought some ice boots for her, just very simple. Bought some ice boots for her. We're going to ice her in the mornings, jog her and train her, manage her. We just don't want inflammation setting in there and then something popping up. So again, found out what it is. Very manageable thing, very easy thing to take care of all summer long. This isn't shocking. It's not new. It's not a new development. Just something we actually have to manage as we go through the season, which won't be a problem with Perfect Thought. Jog great today, by the way. Pretty Eyes and Lies is training good. Amy goes, oh, she's fast enough. She'll be fine. Don't worry. I've never seen anybody in that family not be fast enough. A little crazy, a little get out of gear, a little sore at times, which she's over now. We found out her knees were bothering her a month ago, nipped it in the bud. She trained great the other day, has been eating good, jogging good, looking good. Very happy with what I've seen from Pretty Eyes and Lies. And I think you're going to see her just get a little bit... This is indicative of the international monies, right? This is why so many of them have kind of snuck up on us at the last minute, because they just get better and better and better and better and better. And then you go to put them behind the gate, they look pretty good. You put them in the race, boom. They just seem to come forward at the right time. What do you got there? Are you taking that in with you? Do you want to take that? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would cover 2 pages.
That's all right. Rico Tubbs trained great the other day. Somebody said, I know, Anthony, when you said in your video you thought he'd going 2.7 right now, I thought you were kind of expletive in there. So I'm going to say you were shining us on. I said, no, I don't do that. I will tell you if the horses are good or bad. When I told you he could go in 2.7, he could go in 2.7, and he looked fantastic going in 2.8 the other day. Might have been 2.7, actually. Riding the rodeo, they're saying, starts a little funny up front. She's always had a little rattle to her starting up. What I mean by that is, she was on the track, she doesn't look perfect. You look at her and say, there's a little something there. But there's always been a little something there. I would say it's just a little bit of immaturity. She had OCDs out of her hocks when she was young. We x-rayed her knees before she left for Ontario. They were perfect. They were pristine. She's been no better or no worse. I said, just blister her checks, work on her feet, things that it could be. It's not her knees. You can lay a blister on them if you want the checks in her knees. Work on her feet, cool out her hocks that did have OCDs removed last year. Sweat her hind ankles. These are things you can do, but we're not worried about doing anything seriously invasive to her just yet. I don't think there's anything that needs to be addressed with her. Just continue to work. That's it. Rose Run Bobby, I cemented my thoughts on her today. Beautiful filly. I said this in an earlier video. Beautiful filly, real sweetheart in the burn. As dumb, as dense as a bag of bricks. Not a very smart horse, but that's okay. We can work with dumb. I do it all the time. Not very smart myself. So we can work with Bobby. Just repetition is all you need with her. She trained very, very good this morning. Shoeing change seemed to help. I didn't see her chew at herself very much today. There was a few marks on her boot behind, but nothing that I'm truly worried about. Royal Duchess, good again. There is a filly. Her knees have always bothered her. I didn't take pictures of them the other day. Maybe we should, but I think she's got far enough now where she's going to qualify. Maybe a little maintenance. She might need some work done on her knees, but after that, I don't think there'll be a problem. I love her because she is a workhorse, right? Not a speed demon, but meat and potatoes, get your work done type horse. Yep, we're almost done, sweetheart. Royal Flush Dio trained good again today. Eric went with him. He looks good. I think this horse is going to make the races. How good is he? I don't know. He could be a very good horse. He could be an okay horse. He could be an overnight horse. He's going to be a racehorse. I can tell you that. Simply Chaotic continues to look good on the track to me and train well. A little picky at the feed tub sometimes, they told me today. So I said we got to nip that in the bud. He cannot miss training miles. He cannot miss meals. Those are two things he cannot miss from here to the races. So they're going to continue to work with that. We have him on a number of supplements for his appetite and for his stomach, because obviously that's where it comes from, and we'll continue to work forward in that regard. But very fast horse and a very nice colt. So we know what we have to do over the next month. It needs to take shape, and it needs to start doing it right now. This is not to say we haven't been doing it before. Of course we have. But I'm just telling them now. I gave them marching orders today. He is not to miss training miles, and he is not to miss meals. Get it worked on. Solidarity was good again all week long. Continues to look good. He'll see the gate soon. Oh, they're already at the restaurant. I gotta run through these quick. Steady Volo, he'll be fine. Solidarity's been training good, looks good. Happy with him. Probably gonna school them in the next 3 weeks, I would imagine. Steady Volo trained the other day with everybody. Johnny went with him, said he's good. Again, very happy with him. I'll see all these horses next weekend and train them myself also. Steph's Hope. Didn't train her on Saturday today because her knees were a little biting at her a little bit. She'll be fine. Just backed off with her again. Knees are a little warm. Come off her feed tub. One runs it hand in hand with the other. Work on her knees. Get them. But she's sound. She jogs sound. Get them to cool down. She'll go back to the feed tub. And then again, move forward cautiously. We already have a plan, a very specific plan for a number of horses in the barn. So this is just relaying that to you. Sterling Hanover trained great. James was happy with him. Supermind trained fantastic the other day for Justin Irvine. I was happy. There's Tomboy Strong. I jumped over Sweet Lake. Sweet Lake looked good. Sweet Lake, we keep talking about the horse that Tony Alagna had that now Andrew Harris has that's racing against. Time is on my side in the Jaravinsky, but the horse that parked me the other day, Lake Charles, Park Save America, in the Open last week, that is also her brother. I gotta call this guy back. He's gonna be mad. Tomboy Strong made a break. Don't worry about that. She'll go behind the gate again this week. Very, very nice filly. Still on the top of the list. Uncle Danny was fantastic the other day and has been fantastic. He's starting to separate himself from the crew. He's a good-looking colt. And Woodmere Bullet trained in 210, 212 today for Jamie Smith. Said he likes the colt. He's doing everything right. Zena Kemp was awesome the other day, especially I know she chopped all her toes get chopped off. She had to be a little pinchy. When she saw the gate, she did what all good racehorses do. Put it all behind her and got her work done. She looked great training today too. There you have it. Complete update of the 2-year-olds. We're going to supper. Going to dinner with the ball team. Brecksville FC, 2 for 2 today. Oliver McDonald, star of the day.
Always here.
I have no idea. Star of the day. I just said that. Take care. I will talk to you all very soon.